Hi Nordanglia, I'm Ariel.
Meet Professor Ariel first.
She's a chemical engineering professor at MIT.
She's also a big fan of biology, history, and sharing her enthusiasm for science.
I do what I do because I love finding new things that can help people. My research group focuses on how can we take inspiration from biology or use biology directly to combat climate change and develop sustainable technologies.
And what she really likes is microbes.
Microbes are basically 3 different forms of tiny little things. There are bacteria, there are also things called fungi, and then the final class of microbe is viruses. And so all of these things together are what we talk about when we use the term microbes. It can sound scary, right? Because many times we think about them just in terms of disease, but they can also be helpful. You're actually more microbe than human. So these microbes are essential to keep us healthy.
But how can microbes help with climate change?
Just like microbes help keep us healthy, microbes in the earth, in our soil, in our oceans, help keep our planet healthy. So what we do is we look at those microbes and we see what they can do and we figure out how they do it. How can we use these microbes to clean up contaminated areas or capture carbon dioxide from our atmosphere or even incorporate them into building materials to make them more sustainable. Okay, Nordanglia, I have a challenge for you. Think about a product or byproduct of climate change. How could you use that to make something useful?
What are byproducts of climate change?
So many of us do things every day like drive cars that run on gasoline or fly in planes that require fuel, right? These activities generate greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, and that can actually impact climate change and speed it up. It's more than just what's in the air. A lot of what we've started making, things like plastics maybe, end up in our water and soil.
We shrunk down to the land of microbes to ask Professor First our curious questions.
Hi, Professor First.
Hi, my name is Kimon. How can you create microbes that can eat plastic and waste?
Are there microbes that can eat plastic?
Or maybe microbes that can make oil spills easier to clean up or power things.
All of these things are good ways to start thinking about this challenge. Think about the impacts of industrialization that have led to climate change and turn them into things that can be useful.
This challenge is all about turning the bad into the good, just like microbes. What are some creative ways that you can tackle this challenge?
Good luck, Nordanglia. I can't wait to see what y'all come up with.
In STEM, we've been exploring the fascinating world of microbes,
Or tiny organism that plays a huge role in our ecosystem.
Did you know that microbes help break down dead plants and animals? They're nature's recyclers.
And they don't just decompose matter, they also release energy in the process.
We've also been studying chemistry and the early alchemists who experimented with mixing solutions to solve problems.
We sought to design a solution by blending alchemy with microbes' ability to generate electricity while breaking down matter. Can you harness the power of the microbes to generate electricity?
That's when we learned about microbial fuel cells, tiny power generators fueled by microbes. Microbes produce electricity as they break down organic matter. So, we've got to work. We mixed a muddy solution filled with microbes to see if we could generate power.
We carefully set up our microbial fuel cell, adding mud and a special salty solution to help conduct electricity.
Alright, time to test it. Let's see if we can power an LED light.
It's working! The microbes are generating electricity.
This technology could be used anywhere in the world, even in places without easy access to electricity.
All you need is a mud, microbes, and a salty solution, and the microbes to the rest.
Imagine if we could build larger microbial fuel cells. This could help solve the world's energy crisis.
And unlike traditional batteries, microbial fuel cells don't harm the environment.
No toxic waste, just clean, renewable energy.
With more research, microbial fuel cell could become a key part of sustainable energy solutions.